Hello, this is Riding with Ree, and before we jump into today's show jumping vlog, I thought it might be nice to just get on here and give you a couple of updates on things that are happening that are exciting. I do this a lot on my Instagram, but I realise if you don't follow me there, then you won't have any of these. So to start with a little intro to today's video, I've spoken before on my Instagram about this kind of mental block I have when it comes to 3-foot jumps, or 90 centimeters if you use that measurement. As a child, there was always something about jumping at the top of the blocks, which was 3 foot, that really got to me. I don't know if it was because there weren't any wings, but anyway, it's always been this sort of defining height for me, weirdly, in fences, where I'm just like, it starts to get scary at 3 foot. And we went to the show jumping round, and I'll talk you through it in the moment as I was there, but on reflection, I had this goal in my head of doing the 2'3" class, the 2'6" class, the 70 and the 80 centimeter classes, and then if it felt good to try on do the 90. And we did it. We did the 90 centimeter class, and I'll walk you through that. And it was just such an incredible moment. Like, I really felt like I broke through a mental barrier, and I hope that this is the start of many mental barrier breaks, and hopefully we can do the same height again and feel really good. When I look back at the footage, I don't think I gave him the best ride. I think my stirrups were too long and I could have done more to stay with him. I was trying really hard to focus on slowing him down and not letting him just rush into every fence. And actually, when I looked at the footage in doing that, I kind of messed up our rhythm a couple of times, and I think caused a couple of knockdowns. So as soon as I saw that video, I actually changed the way that I ride with my stirrups. I started putting them up higher, and I booked him for a show jumping lesson, which I may take my GoPro with so you guys can see as well, but wanted to give you my perspective ahead of that. A couple of other updates. I'm actually sharing something on Sunday on here on my Instagram and on Facebook that I am hugely excited about. It's something that I've been working on with a company for quite a while now, and it's going to affect some of the content on my YouTube, and I'm really excited to share it with you. I think it's something that you will really enjoy and find really useful. So that is going to be announced on Sunday, which is 2 days from now if you're watching on Friday. If not, then it will already be out in the world and you may have already seen some of it. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. Other news, the HALT autumn winter collection is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. I've seen a few pieces here and there, and I'm really excited to try it on. So that will be coming not really soon, but it's certainly on the horizon, so that is exciting. And finally, Ted and I have entered our second dressage test together. This time we're doing a prelim dressage test, which means that there is canter. So our first test was just walk and trot. This time we're throwing canter in. I've always been a little bit nervous about our canter. It's kind of hard to control. Sometimes it gets faster and faster, and I find the transitions a little bit difficult with him, but you know, if you don't know and you don't aim for something, then you can't improve. So that will certainly be coming. I'm sure I'll do a vlog on it as well. But there's lots of exciting things happening as we move into autumn. So do make sure you're subscribed if you want to see those and follow our journey. Let's get into this video. So just getting Ted ready here. You'll see that I don't give him a full bath this time, but what I do instead is just get some warm soapy water and a body brush, and then I just scrub it over the parts that need attention, like he's got a few stains on his legs and everything, and then I rinse it off with cold water, and that almost does just as well a job. And then it's on to tacking up, and you might have seen on my Instagram that as I'm a half HALT ambassador, we actually all clubbed together and got ourselves a bunch of white Le Mer competition numbers with half HALT's logo on there, so I decided to wear that today because why not? It's a special occasion to me. Ted has his new half HALT equestrian number on, and we are almost ready to go. I had a few requests on my last show jumping vlog to show you my course walk and what I was thinking. I didn't get a chance to do that this time. I just didn't have time to take the camera with me, so I will walk you through the course as I'm riding my first round. But instead, this is some footage from my warm-up. So this is the indoor school where I warmed up last time, and you might remember from my first show jumping vlog that I ended up doing a tiny amount in here and then leaving. There were lots of other horses. Ted had never seen this arena before. He had the mirrors and everything, whereas this time we have a lot more freedom. It's just me and him, so I gave him a couple of minutes just to get used to the space. It's a little bit darker, to see himself in the mirrors, and just sort of warm him up on both reins, and then once I'd done that, I popped the fences a couple of times, and he was feeling really good. You'll see that I'm trying to bring him back into trot after every jump and keep him really steady. This was a really big aim for me on this day. I really wanted to have rounds that were a little bit more relaxed, not getting super quick all the time. So that was a big aim for me in the warm-up. And actually he felt very relaxed, he felt very chilled, and we did have some wonderful rounds, as you'll see. We ended up doing our first ever 3-foot round together. So I was really impressed actually. We timed it perfectly really. We popped a couple of fences and then someone came over to let us know that it was our turn to go in the arena. Oh, brilliant, thank you. Lovely, good lad. This was the first of our 3 classes. This is the 70cm class, or 2'3". I actually don't think I rode him terribly well on this day, but I'm going to walk you through it. So we're heading over to fence 1, and if you remember, my whole goal for this is to keep him nice and steady, bringing him back to trot. Whoops, you see he's quite excited. We end up knocking down fence 2, which is a shame, but I'm not here for the ribbons, I'm not here for the rosettes, I'm here to practice our rhythm. So he actually has some really nice canter rhythm, and I sort of mess it up a bit, so that annoys me as we go through. And after this round, I actually end up changing my strategy a little bit. You saw that turn to fence 3 was really quite tight, so we do have to bring him back. And 4 is that yellow and red, which again is a little bit tight. Lovely jump from him there. And then as we come round to 5, we have a little bit more time. But again, I bring him back to trot, just steady him up a little bit. And he's actually working really, really nicely. As I said, I don't actually think I jumped him as well as I could have on this day. I think I could have just kept him in that canter and sat and let him get on with it. And my legs, also my stirrups are too long. So actually after watching this footage back, I ended up changing, I ended up putting a neck strap on my tack so that I could have something to hold on to without interfering with his mouth, just in case he jumps a bit of a funny stride, which he does occasionally. And I also made my stirrup shorter. You saw us then just there as well, I put him on the right leg, and he really goes through it through this double. And my hat tips forward because of my GoPro, which happens sometimes, and that's why I landed a little bit funny. But he felt really, really good, and actually, despite our kind of quirks, he jumped really beautifully, and I walked away from this round feeling really, really confident. And I had in the back of my head, you know, we'll definitely try the 2'6", 80cm class, and then if we feel really confident, we maybe try the 3 foot, the 90cm, which would be the highest we've jumped on a course together, and one of my highest courses ever as a rider. So it was a really exciting day. Little did I know we would of course go on to do the 3 foot class. We've just done our first class. He was brilliant. We had 1 knockdown, but we got our rhythm right. He felt great, not too fast. So we're going to do the 80 now, and then possibly the 90 if I'm feeling brave. So I think it's obvious I'm feeling a little bit nervous as we're trotting around to the first. There's quite a big difference between the 2'3" and the 2'6" class. All the fillers go in, etc. But he is again feeling great, and actually as the fences go up, Ted jumps better and better. He has something to look at. So you can see it's quite tight between 1 and 2. I never actually counted the strides, but I'm sure it's a related distance. And then it's really, really tight to 3, and quite a few horses were stopping at this filler, so I was really, really aware of getting a really nice line. I mean, he just wanted to go. Look at him. He's perfect. He had a quick look at that second half of the red and white double, so we had to straighten him up there. As we came into 4, I was a little bit nervous of that one, but again, he jumped it beautifully. So I let him carry that canter on rather than bring him back too soon. Coming round to the 5, I remember we knocked this one down. I think we got our line wrong, and actually we knocked that one down a few times on our different rounds. We just seemed to be getting the line wrong. So here we needed to come back to trot to change our leg. It's important that we were on the right leg for this stride and this part of the course because we were heading into a double. So again, let him pick up that canter and try and keep him steady so he doesn't just run through the double, because of course there are strides we need to hit through here. He's obviously telling me to go away. Leave him to it. He got very, very, very close to those, so big pat for him for getting over them. He did very, very well there. And we're heading out to nearly the end of the course now. I just shortened him up a little bit. Again, got a little bit close. I feel like we possibly knocked that one down. And then coming round to the last fence, it was a nice sweeping turn, so we had lots of space to sort our rhythm out again. We're going over that blue fence, and he is just so keen. Look at him. He just absolutely loves it. Good boy. Well done. Good boy. Did it? Don't even care about the knockdown. That was great. Yeah. He didn't really look at any of it. Good boy. So we've just done the 80 and I am ecstatic. We didn't go clear, but we didn't come here to go clear. We got our rhythm right. He felt amazing, and actually I feel so confident that we're going to try the 90, which is really pushing me outside of my comfort zone because that is the height that I get a bit nervous at. So doing a whole course of fences at 90 is scary, but we're going to do it. No growth happens inside the comfort zone, so I'll let you know how we get on. I know it's only 10 centimetres, but when I tell you I was terrified, I was terrified. I was determined to give him a good feel and really be with him and give him that confidence, but I was so nervous. I mean, I was smiling after I got over every fence, you can see it in my face, but over the fences, if you've seen any of the stills that the photographer took, my face is just like, eek! But gosh, the feel he gave me over these fences was just incredible. All these tight turns, it really was a bit of a challenging course. I mean, look how close he got to that, and he just got over it with ease, and he jumped number 3, the purple, with just a massive space between him and the fence, like the scope was real. So I was really pleased with him. We do get a little bit close to that one, we knock it down. I don't even care. I was on cloud 9, and I will show you the GoPro footage of this as well, so that you can see the difference and how big the fences were. Let me take you into that now. This one. Yeah, I just really felt like I broke through a mental barrier on this course, and there's been no other horse that's made me feel like this, and no other horse I'd rather do it with. Oh, good boy. Oh, I don't even care about the knockdowns. Good boy. God, he loves it, doesn't he? Thank you. You were so clever. Right, Ted and I, and Rosie and Marley are on our way home. No clear rounds today, we had a few knockdowns, but we did our first 90 centimetre course, and I've never been brave enough to do that. I'm not terribly brave, and he felt incredible, and he just gave me the best round. We've got plenty to work on, but I am honestly on cloud 9. The rosettes are not everything today. We got our rhythm in check, and we got the height. I'm really proud of us.